I am on a different character right now. I'm on Dusty Harley. I decided to bring her back to the crossing. Why don't I have gloves on? I must last thing I must have done was rob a bank. Trying to wrap my head around everything. I've got money. I've got like $500 in the bank. I have a apartment. That's what I was trying to say. I have an apartment in Rhodes, but I might change locations on Dusty. So we are not going to bring that one. There we go. Her gloves need to be taken off. All right. We have a horse. What we don't have is a long arm. You could technically buy one. But then we're gonna have to make some money after because we're gonna be flat broke. A bundle of time. Okay. How much? How much is it gun? Another Croy Armory. Lancaster is 350. You'll get Lancaster. Might as well gear up. Actually, Saint Sinners. Milk. Slow cooked kebabs. Isn't that just like meat and... I can't remember. It's like meat and something. Cornmeal. Make half my money back. Or at least part of it. Let's see. Stream meat. I need a mortar and pestle. And I'm gonna need a lot more money. Oh no. Okay. With sticks in the corn, we get picking it. I think it's 1 corn per cornmeal. We just need 10.
Hello, miss.
Hello, dollface. Don't mind me, just picking some corn. Oops. And then I'm cooking cornmeal. I need to find sticks. And there we go. Now let's go make us some kebabs. We will make it at Rhodes, even though it's for Saint Denis, because I know where an easy place is to cook. Okay, so we need to cook the stringy meat first. Right? Let me double check. Yes. Okay. And since I have a character over here on the east, I think I'm gonna go wander off in the west direction, but I saw this as an easy job, so we might as well do it for some quick money back after spending all that money. Actually, let's get us a stew.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes. Yes?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else.
Who'd you think I was?
Jenny Darby.
No, nope, that's not who I am. I'm Dusty Harley.
Fucking rhymes.
Yes, it does, actually.
Dusty Harley. Ain't that something?
Seems so.
Old friend of mine wore her hair up like you. Similar
Oh, I see.
style about you.
Well, she's got good taste then.
She did. She did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, she's far from this place now, I reckon.
Oh, I see.
Tore up half the crossing with her.
Interesting. I just got back from to the crossing.
Yeah, I've been away a while myself.
Oh, yeah?
7 months.
It's been a few months for me. I left with the group and decided they were not for me, so I've come back.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Name's Thomas.
Nice to meet you, Thomas.
What do you do around here?
You know what? I'm not sure. I did just come back not too long ago, so I'm still figuring that one out.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Rick, I'm in the same boat. Seeing what's changed and what ain't.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
What do you usually do? You said you tore up half the crossing with your friend there.
I was a highwayman.
I see. I got myself a little new scar thanks to robbing a bank before I left.
Is that right? Which one do you knock over?
Blackwater.
Ah, it's a tough one.
You know, wasn't too bad. It was the whole getaway that got a little hairy there.
Which way y'all try to go?
They decided to go by boat.
Oh, God. Yeah, boat plans.
Yeah, I was in it for the fun. They said, hey, you want to rob a bank? It's like, I have the safe cracking skill. Sure, why not?
Sure. Now what you want to do is head to Kerrigan's or head to, is it south? There's a ravine. It's pretty good for fighting.
I see.
If you're a fighter.
You know, I was not expecting us to get into a shootout, to be honest, but the leader had a whole other plan and started shooting at the boat the deputies were on, so they did not give us a chance to get off the boat onto land to keep up the chase and started to really hit us with gunfire.
Yeah, you gotta be careful on fucking boats.
Yeah.
Come on upstairs, I'm gonna grab my meal.
What was that?
I said, come on upstairs, I'm gonna grab a meal.
Sir, all right.
Back water a couple times, it was pretty alright. My folk, we used to head towards tall trees, that was our playground. Knew those mountains well back then, but it's been a long time.
To be honest with you, I was rather new to the crossing when I first got here before I decided to leave with that group, so I'm still exploring.
Yeah, bank robbing is something.
Yeah. Especially when you're rather new to the crossing, but I like my fun, so.
I wouldn't suggest it, but I guess it depends on how you like to do things.
Yeah. Probably not the best thing to do when you're rather new, but
No, I'd wager not.
I I learned quite a bit about the group though. So I decided to follow them out of the crossing, but realized that they're not really for me with the way that they do things. So
You mind if I ask which crew it was? I wonder if I've heard of them.
s- you know what? I don't even think they had a name. It was a bunch of Irish people.
Ah, don't imagine it was the Pavi.
No, no. They a lot of people mentioned the Pavi when they saw this group.
Ah, yeah. They've been around a long time there. A lot of those folk were old friends of mine.
I see.
Ran a bit of a gun runner market out of roads here.
So I've
Camp on the
heard.
north side of town.
And funnily enough, this Irish group was trying to run things this here in the saloon.
Don't imagine that's a bad thing. Anyone runs a saloon. It's good for business.
Mm-hmm.
Ran a store one time in Strawberry for about a month or so.
Now,
I was selling shine out of it. Stolen guns. It's a pretty fun little operation. Might kick it back up.
well, that'll be fun.
Though we throw elbows and piss people off from time to time. They knew exactly where to find us, which was a problem. Especially back in those days, we were small.
Right.
So, prattling on.
No, it's okay.
Hmm.
I
So,
the safe cracking thing was a little side thing that I learned along the way, but back in Toronto I was big into brewing. Shine.
brewing, huh?
Yeah, shine, any kind of alcohol to be truthfully honest.
Hmm. Yeah, I was always a big fan of shine myself.
Now see the thing is, I I make it an art. I don't like the whole I understand, but I don't like the whole making a quick bathtub shine in order to make a quick buck, you know?
Exactly the way I did it. Had some flavored shine I sold.
Exactly. That's what I normally do.
Pecan praline. Made a lot of money off of it.
That one sounds delicious.
People liked it. You know, the right people. Something to put in their flasks.
Yeah.
Keep the cold out, especially on the mountains.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hmm.
I think that's what I would like to do, is to get back into that whole business here. I know there's speakeasies around, but I'm not entirely sure if anyone really runs anything out of it.
It's hard to get foot traffic, but I've heard it done before. It's just rare.
Hmm.
You might have more luck on a place like this.
Yeah, maybe, but I was more hoping for not something that I run often, but more of a pop-up sort of thing to sell my alcohol and have people come in and
Hmm.
more of a neutral sort of situation for
Sure.
people.
Pop up. Neutral situation, huh?
Hmm. So people can
Well,
network and all that.
if you're looking for the criminally inclined, you could try the Fort, Van Horn, Thieves Landing. Typical spots. Now, I don't know what crews operate there than these days, but back in the day, they were awful territorial.
That's the thing I was about to say. They would be good places, but it's not necessarily neutral if, you know, with
Hmm.
all the fighting over territory and everything else.
Yeah, it's a big mess.
I know it's going to be a big challenge. I'd have to network a lot and everything, and obviously this isn't something I would readily advertise to just anyone. It needs to be word of mouth, so it might start out small, but I'm hoping, you know, move the place from speakeasy to speakeasy and have people come and have a place to network, enjoy some shine and all that.
Yeah. You know what? The way to do it is probably scheduling it ahead of time. Get word of mouth out saying it's once a week or once a month or whatever you're comfortable with. Have the date and time set way off in advance so people know, hey, you know, on Tuesdays or whatever, it's a bumping spot. It's a good place to hang out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It might have to be the same speakeasy. You might have to rotate. Yeah, the trouble is keeping it under the table.
That
People
is the
like to
trouble.
yammer. And the law probably going to find out one way or the other.
And that's the reason why I would like to move it around, make it a
But
little
here's the
bit
thing.
harder.
You know a couple folk out here, they can handle law. Don't fear them too much. They ain't so scary.
That is true. I meet the right
Especially
people.
if it's a social juncture. Something for people like us. People get real defensive when that kind of thing is interrupted. When it
This
shouldn't
is
be.
true.
There's also a couple forts about. There's one north of Valentine. Might be a good spot for something like that. It's out of the way. It's open air. It'd be hard to notice if a bunch of people showed up to it all of a sudden. Now, law might
That's an
try to
idea.
show up to it. They might try to kick the party over, but you could pick out 6 shooters out of the attendants that I'm sure will happily volunteer to dispatch them.
That's a very good idea. So it's not just the speakeasy that's a little bit more obvious.
Mm-hmm. People pull up, see what's happening. If the juke joint is rolling, I'll be happy to jump in. I'd say ask around. Check some of the hot spots. Check Old Thieves Landing. Check out west. Hell, maybe check Van Horn. I don't know who the hell's over there, but don't get yourself killed about it.
Right.
Invite them to a party.
Well, I definitely have to do a little bit more legwork. I definitely need a wagon first and foremost if I'm going to be providing the food and drinks and all. So
Yeah.
it's definitely in the planning stages, but
You could always do a rental. They're pretty good. $100. Just as good as having one. At least
that's
for a day.
true. How long can you have that wagon for?
I think it's about 14 hours, something like that.
Okay.
You rent them out for quite a long time. And of course, there might be some people out there that be willing to loan it to you, their wagons or their services.
There's also that. But then I run into the problem of money.
Oh, for a party, a lot of people do it for free. Depends who you're talking to, I reckon.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, there are a lot of greedy motherfuckers out there, so
I was
keep
about to
yourself
say.
safe.
I've learned pretty quickly that not everything is really truly free.
Yeah, no, everything comes with a price, one way or the other. Your Irish friends,
Mm-hmm.
bank robbers, what other kind of work they do? They ever work the roads?
You know what? I'm not entirely sure. I know they
That's
like
how we
to.
always piss people off.
I know they like to party quite a bit. A lot of drinking. When they're not hitting banks or any of that. But they were fairly new themselves and they were already having internal conflicts galore. It was a little embarrassing bringing me in and me sitting there listening to all of them arguing and having to mediate despite me not knowing them very well.
That is embarrassing. Freaks of amateur, hope you don't mind me saying.
That's exactly one of the reasons why I decided to just come back by myself and leave them in the dust.
Yeah, you're probably better off. One thing that's going to tear somebody apart real quick is in their bicker, and that's just. I've dealt with it before. I had a few outfits, and that stuff right there, that's a cancer.
Yeah.
You got to cut it out quick.
I will say that I usually run by myself. I'm rather independent, and this being my first taste of a group, it's not boding well.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you, they're not all like that, but I'd say about a fourth of them are.
I mean, I understand a group like that. You're liable to butt heads, but it's the whole how you handle it.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. You know, my advice, if you're looking for people to work with, start small. Start really small. Maybe find one friend, maybe two. Law won't chase you with more than the matching. Not typically. Not these days. Back in the old days, sure, they they fucking murder you. And it's a softer time and place.
Hmm. There
And
wasn't
it's,
a few months ago when they really gunned for us.
mm, yeah. It's one thing I've noticed since I've been back. As a ghost, just observing something that's changed. I see him pursuing two with only two, or three with only three, one with only two.
Mm.
God, folks around here got it good these days. They don't even know it.
They were a lot worse back then.
Oh, yeah. I've had 6 come after me alone.
Wow.
Still got away, though. There was one time they caught me out in the morning. I don't know who the hell they were after. It wasn't me, but they saw me and they knew me. So they whipped around and came. I holed up in this little farmhouse out in the bayou. I hollered at them for a while, back and forth, this, that, and the other. Eventually got them agreed to fight me one at a time. It's just fisticuffs. If I could knock them down, I get to leave. I took down 5 of them before they gave up. Just tell me to leave.
Oh wow.
I'm not even good at fighting. Not really. I think I just got lucky.
It sounds like. I felt like I got lucky when I I think that was honestly part of the argument when it was two siblings in that group. And I'm rather new here and I'm honestly directionally challenged. So I was supposed to get on the back of one of the other person's horses. And the horse would not listen and he got gunned down quickly. So I had to dive into the woods nearby and managed to lose the deputies.
Hmm.
Of course, I was bleeding pretty heavily. They definitely targeted me.
Sure.
And I managed to go down into a ravine and underneath a bridge and disappear from the deputies. And I got back to the rendezvous point, and the sister was very upset by the fact that I was there, but her brother was not.
Hmm. Yeah, siblings are like that sometimes. You kind of got to watch them.
Hmm. But I don't understand because I had most of the loot, so I figured they would be a little bit more appreciative that I managed to get away.
Siblings look after siblings. The rest of the crew's always secondary to that.
I guess so.
They'll value their brother or sister far more than they value a couple gold bars or a bank bond.
I suppose I don't quite understand that. Being an independent person, I didn't really grow up with family.
Hmm. I was similar when I ran my crews. It's all about sticking together, really, if you want to get away. Sure, splitting off in every direction, that sounds appealing, but somebody's gonna get fucked up. Sometimes they'll die.
I do believe that was the goal, was to stick together, but it became a chaotic mess by the time we got to shore with all of them.
Yeah, I can imagine. Sounds like this group didn't have a clear lead either when it came to
No.
fights.
Actually, you know what? They did say that they had 2 leads, and I just kind of side-eyed them. It's like, that's not going to work out right.
You can have leads, but it's good to have a point man or a point woman whenever you're doing something violent like that. That way everybody knows who to look for and who to run after. The other part of it's really just communication.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Done a lot of fighting in my time.
It sounds like.
Excuse my prattling.
Oh, it's okay. Can't say that I've done much fighting myself. Before I hit this bank, I was pretty small time back in Toronto, so.
Nothing wrong with that. We'll start somewhere. Yeah. I'd wager your best bet. Getting the word out. Find a speakeasy. Somewhere, semi-central. Emerald's not a bad spot. Decorate it up nice. Get the word out ahead of time. Have some catering, maybe. You run a few deliveries of shine, I bet you could hire just about any restaurant to come sell food to it.
That's an idea.
There are so many criminals about, law won't bother it probably. Give them a night off. Yeah, they might be grateful for it.
Yeah, probably. I'll have to write all my notes down and get with the game plan since I just got back.
Yeah, just be careful you don't invite two groups that want to kill each other.
Yeah,
Because they probably will.
I suppose they wouldn't honor my rules of keep their shit out the door.
Well, they'll probably say they will, but when push comes to shove, people get hot. Especially if death's been had.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, I gotta be getting on, but it's nice speaking with you.
Likewise.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah. You too. Probably should have got a telegram from him, but
Hi, person. Hi.
hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
Good. We haven't seen like anybody ever.
I saw exactly one person here.
Did they rub their ears and run off?
We just had that happen to us in Saint Denis.
No, they talked to me for a bit. I just got back to the crossing, so.
Oh, what's your name?
Name's Dusty Harley.
Dusty. My name's Kid. Have we ever met?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Poker player. usually on the poker table. This time I'm not.
Oh. Why aren't you on the poker table now?
We're actually collecting cards, or we
I'm
were
looking for
until I
poker
got cut
cards.
off.
Oh, okay.
You know, somebody decided to cut me off, but you know, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, pleasure to meet you, Dusty.
Likewise.
Saw you, I figured I'd stop and say hi.
Well, I appreciate it.
Like polite people do, you know, instead of rubbing my ears and acting like I don't hear you and then running away.
Oh, goodness.
I ought to go kick that guy's ass, as a matter of fact. Let's go find that guy.
Okay.
I have a
He
new
ran
mission.
off so quick. Good luck.
I have a new mission.
What?
Well, Lily said he was low.
He's all the
I
way
could
in
probably
Mexico
find him.
now.
What did
Probably
he
find him at
look
the law
like?
office. I don't even know.
I
What
didn't even
he
get a
looked
good look at
like.
it.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh.
get a good look at it.
He just tried saying hi, and he just didn't say anything, rubbed his ears, and then just sprinted off.
So he was so fast you didn't get a good look, huh?
Not really, jackass.
Well, hopefully you'll find him so you can give
the
him an
shit out of him,
earful
yeah.
if he's finally done rubbing his ears.
Well, yeah, earful. You know, that's Lily's job. I'm more of the beat the shit out of you kind of guy.
Okay, well, Lily can give an earful while you beat the shit out of him. There you go.
Yeah, see, perfect. I like the way you think, Dusty.
Oh, thank you.
All right, let's go to Blackwater.
That's actually the direction I was headed.
Well, come on.
All right.
Been in roads for 2 minutes.
Everything's freaking red. I hate this
Filthy.
place.
That's the reason why I decided I want to go venture out west.
Yeah, I don't like west, but Blackwater and Thieves, that's about as far west as I go.
Can't say that I really ventured too far around the crossing before I left for a few months, so I figured, you know, now's the chance.
Gotcha. Yeah, we stay in Valentine's.
Okay.
Alright, I'll pick it up. Did y'all want to look at the job board?
Yeah, take a look at it.
Alright. It's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, so much better.
Goddamn milk and lumber.
I know.
I'm
Start
becoming a
doing
lumberjack.
those.
God damn it.
Yeah, I think I'm about to start doing that.
What sort of jobs do you usually look for on the board?
That one usually has good tobacco jobs.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
at least get this card? Thank you. You nice to have me. You're getting off the
I'm Rico, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Rico.
Dustin.
And who's on the back?
Dulcie? My name's Dulcie.
Chelsea? Is that what you said?
D.
Oh, D. Delcy? Delphi.
Yeah, Dulcie.
Delcy. Okay.
Did you get it? All right. I'm sorry. We're ready. Dusty, can you hear me?
Yes.
You play poker?
I do not. I'm not really good at it.
Damn.
So sorry.
Yeah, do you want to learn?
Maybe in the future, maybe not tonight.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
not tonight, but yeah, of course. in the future.
Lily is taking people's telegrams down that want to learn, and she's going to get a night together where they go out and go to like Flat Neck where it's real cheap and just learn how to play poker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
All right.
Do you want my telegram now, or do you want to wait until we get
yeah,
to it?
you can give it to me now.
It's SX813.
SX813.
Yep.
Got it.
I'm just gonna stick to the railroad. Yeah, yeah. I think it'd be fun. I'd like to be there for it. No, I just want to be there, like, to stand there and be like, well, you know, you can do this and this and this. Well, Jeremiah could, yeah, he's you know, very good at teaching. It does, but you need to learn the lingo, you know? You don't want to overwhelm people either. Yeah. Yeah. Well, first thing they have to be taught is what hand beats what hand, you know? That's the basic.
I mean, look what happened around here.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, it is. Which is when you lose money. Sometimes.
Running into, I was not expecting to run into so many people on Dusty. This happens all the time on Dusty, though. It's great.
That is not where we're going. Don't do it.
Oh.
No.
He's not paying attention. I'm alright.
That's my fault.
Okay, sorry. She got me distracted.
I was reminding him when I bluffed him and he got so mad.
Shut up.
My mouse was like,
Yeah, but bringing up all,
stuck.
like what Buddy does with the percentages and the
Buddy is over the top for me, to be honest. He knows what he's doing. He's a damn good card player.
I know I lost money trying to. I was like, I want to see what I can do with him.
All right, we got people.
Yeah, we do.
Looky here.
They're heading out.
for folks or something?
I think they know each other.
I think they're just, in general, just looking for folks, honestly.
Oh. Who are you guys?
Well, I'm Dusty. I just randomly joined up with this
Howdy.
group because I was headed in the same direction.
Oh.
How y'all doing?
I'm doing all right.
Hello,
Who
hello.
are you guys?
Oh yeah, we just been out card collecting. Ain't seen a single soul, and it's nice to see people. Just saying hello.
Oh yeah. Can I get your guys' names? Or I mean, she's giving me hers.
Do what?
Say, can I get your all names? Or
Oh yeah, my name's Kid.
I guess I could talk a little bit louder. There we go. All right, so we got a kid. Who else?
I'm Lily. Who are you?
I'm Alistair.
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 Alistair, I'm Rico.
Nice to meet you all. How about you, Bleedy, in the back?
Elsie.
That would be my little sister Dulcie.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you all. We're new here in the crossing.
Ah, okay. Alistair, and who's your friend, Alistair? I can't hear. Luke? Well, it's a pleasure. What y'all do further? What y'all thinking about getting into here in the crossing? Wouldn't happen to be poker players, would you?
I think we're a bit broke to be poker players at the moment.
Well, that's what I do for a living.
You make money off of that? It feels like that's a high risk, low reward kind of way to make money.
Not
Well,
really.
yeah, you gotta know what you're doing, Alistair. Gotta know what you're doing. But yes, I've been making money off of poker for what, two and a half years now?
That's a while.
Yeah, I'm poor now. He takes all my money.
He just
I
recently
see,
started
you
taking
funded.
mine.
I see you fund him. I understand.
Not always. Not always.
I mean, commendable.
Yeah, we got a good poker community here.
And it's usually around these times.
My group is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
About what shit, let me see. 2 hours before now, we usually get started. About what would y'all call that? 12 o'clock?
Yeah, seems like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I like to call it 11 o'clock myself, but
Oh,
I-
time
I
is
should-
an
We're calling it
illusion.
9.
Yeah, I call it 9.
Time is an illusion. It's fine.
yeah. What is
Oh.
time? But anyways, that's what I do for a living. We like to play poker, and I get into a little of this and a little of that. You'll hear that a lot.
I can
Yeah,
understand that.
That seems like the fairly universal, vague response to that.
Yeah, what do you do? A little of this, a little of that.
How about
Little of this, little of
so
that.
we got professional poker player. How about you over there in the red shirt?
A little of this, a little of that.
Oh, there you go.
See, there you go.
You know what? I'm not surprised by these answers.
I have a cooking business. I'll just go out and say it.
Ah, there we go. Someone with a legitimate business.
Yes,
There.
I do. And I
Yep.
also play poker.
I mean,
I work at legitimate businesses. Do some
I
mining
mean-
work with a man named Mr. Wade, based out of the city.
I'm
Don't know
mine,
who
eh?
that
Cafe.
is.
Honest work.
Ah,
But I like to buy things, sell things.
I like to
interesting.
make things and sell things.
People like him go out and mine and find pretty little diamonds and stuff, and I like to buy it from them.
I see.
Ah, okay. Understandable, I suppose. I mean, I don't know if you'll ever catch me in a mine, but each their own.
Yeah, I used to do it. It's a little bit easier.
We said
back
that
in the
about
day.
ranching until we showed up at a
Listen,
ranch.
it's not like we had much of a choice.
You
Hey.
two went ranching. You don't look like the type to do that.
Oh,
I will
It
say,
is
if
what
you
it
go in a
is.
mine with a group of
Remind me.
people, it's not so bad.
It's god awful.
It is what it is. Everybody's got to shovel a little shit every once in a while.
I suppose so.
Yeah, you gotta eat, right?
Unless you're good at poker. I haven't shoveled shit since I was about 8.
But that's when you
I
learn how to
slipped in
play
shit
poker.
earlier today.
I wouldn't proudly share that, but
I was about to say, you sounded rather proud about that.
Oh, it was pretty
very-
funny.
I got some laughs out of it.
very odd thing to be proud of, but to each their
I'm
own.
not
I
proud of
suppose.
it, but it happened.
You at least
don't
make
know,
good money.
I make some money. What is
Ranching,
good
I hear
money?
it's got good money to it, so if you stick with it.
I mean,
I
if
make-
you enjoy feeling cow udders, I suppose.
I make decent money cooking, so
Yeah, she does. She's a damn good cook, by the way, y'all. If
Cajun
y'all ever
cooking.
looking for some good food,
Oh,
Miss Lily here is a damn good cook.
Keep that in mind, I suppose.
We stay in Valentine, so y'all come visit us. That's usually where our games are, Valentine, but we'll bring it down to Blackwater every once in a while.
is that where
Yeah.
you do your cooking then? Is in Valentine as well?
Yes, I have a place that I'm going to be opening up, so people can go to, pretty soon. So there'll be,
Kidding me?
I'll have some flyers up, hopefully. Somebody doesn't tear them down, because I think I've pissed off some ladies that would probably that I pissed off so much that they tear them down.
Oh, great.
You're the worst. But I think we're heading back to Strawberry for the day.
Oh,
Where we're
Strawberry. Is that where y'all lay y'all's head?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful town. Beautiful town. I thought about moving there myself, but no bank, no poker table, you know?
Yeah, it's not the most convenient, but well,
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
the
imagine. No
prettiest
offense,
town, though.
living in Valentine and here it's too
Yeah.
dusty.
Valentine, I kind of grew up in a town like that, so kind of used to it. But pleasure meeting y'all. It was
likewise.
Alistair and Luke.
Yep.
All right.
You all take care.
Yeah, y'all have a good one now. Pleasure
Yeah,
meeting you.
take care.
Well, now that
Stay
I'm over
safe. It's
here,
starting to
I might
get
as well.
dark. Watch out for the wolves.
I was about to say I might as well go exploring, but now I've got to keep my eyes on wolves.
Well, Dusty, it was
Depending
a
on where
pleasure
you're
meeting you.
exploring.
Lily's
Likewise.
got your telegram.
Yeah, you have my telegrams, so. And now I know where there's going to be Cajun food. I get hungover a lot, so.
Oh, all right.
All right, good
Alright,
meeting you.
now you know where to go.
Yep.
Take care, Dusty. Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Been in the crossing long?
You know what? Not really. I just got back to the crossing, actually.
What took you away?
A group of Irish people that I stuck around with for a little bit and then decided that they were not for me.
First I thought you were talking about they kidnapped you.
What was that? I couldn't. The storm is very loud.
Oh, I said it sounded like they kidnapped you at first.
No.
How you described it.
No, I went willingly.
It didn't work out, huh?
No, not really. They are not my type of people. I started realizing that when I was hanging out with them before we left the crossing, but it took me leaving the crossing for a bit to realize.
What are your type of people?
What was that?
What are your type of people?
My god, this storm is loud.
I mean, if you want to just hop on and have your horse follow. I know the storms are obnoxious here.
Alright, Patty, you go somewhere else.
There's a stable in Strawberry, so. But as I was saying, what are your type of people?
You know what? That I am still trying to figure out because, to be honest, I've been rather independent growing up, so it was my first chance at a group and did not turn out very well.
You do have to be careful with groups. Wrong one, and you'll be left on your own when you need them the most.
Yeah, that pretty much is what happened.
Well, Dusty, what did you do with your group, or do inside your group?
I suppose I can't do a little, say the whole little this, little that, huh?
Oh, come on. You gotta give me something here.
Well, I'm not scared to say anything. We hit a bank the last time we were around here.
Oh, you're a bank robber. Yeah, that Luke, I have a wanted woman on the back of my horse.
Oh, you know what? I was very, very covered during the bank, so they don't realize who I am, so...
Convenient.
At least until they get my finger... Well, I mean, suppose they have my fingerprints. So until they get me on citizen registry, that is.
Are you someone that enjoys that kind of work? Alright. Have a talk up here. Less nosy people.
Enjoy? Well, I suppose it depends on the group. That group did not enjoy, honestly.
What didn't you enjoy them?
They're chaotic. And, you know, you want me to take a seat?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you.
So too chaotic for your liking?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like a little bit of fun. That's the reason why I spontaneously agreed to go on a bank. My first bank ever. I mean, I know how to crack a safe, but never really done bank jobs before. So, you know, sounded like fun, so I said, sure, why not? But, their plan was rather chaotic. They decided to do a boat plan. We hit Blackwater. And they decided to get aggressive with the deputies while we're trying to get to shore. So as soon as we got onto the shore, the deputies opened fire and really tried to take us down. Got myself a nice little scar because of that, because I was left while everyone else ran.
Oh, so they left you behind. Did they tell you beforehand that, hey, we're looking to possibly, get aggressive with these people, or was it more what happens happens?
And they didn't say anything about aggression. They planned to get away. They planned to have a rendezvous point and everything else. And suddenly the leader of the group decided to start opening fire at the deputy's boat.
Not even a nod at you guys. I think we have to do something more drastic here. Just open fire.
Yeah, just open fire. I was in the back. I was carrying most of the loot, and I was just sitting there side-eyeing this column, wondering what the hell he's doing. And he's sitting here. He went back to the back of the boat and yelled at me to pull my gun and shoot.
That is normally something you want to discuss before, and just, I mean, there are people who will be willing to hit banks, but not necessarily also willing to shoot.
Yeah.
It's something you want to clarify beforehand.
Exactly. All this was really spontaneous, which, you know, like I said, don't get me wrong, I like being spontaneous sometimes, but... And, you know, I like my shinies, so I don't mind hitting a bank, but I did not like the way it was executed after the fact. They weren't very professional. Matter of fact, the other person who was cracking the safes was struggling so bad that I had to open his safes for him.
That is a bit embarrassing.
Extremely.
Performance anxiety, it hits us all.
And on top of that, the men in that group were getting rather jealous about the fact that I was talking to so many people and got
Really?
upset during a fighting events that we decided to all go to. I mean, they decided to go to. They didn't invite me. They didn't even send me a telegram, but I got invited by some random guy that was talking to me. So I said, sure, why not? That sounds like fun. Again, spontaneous. And they were there and they yelled at me to go sit next to Column and I shouldn't be here with another man, and it was something.
Sound like you were more of a trinket than you were an actual member of a outfit.
Yeah, I started to realize that when I didn't get any of that loot, despite me risking my life. I managed to, despite being targeted during that bank robbery, I managed to give them a slip, got behind some trees, hid in the bushes, and deputies lost me. So I was able to pack my wound because I was pretty hurt. And I got down in the ravine. I stole someone's horse and managed to get to the rendezvous point with the rest of the loot. And the sister of the other guy that got shot down got all upset by the fact that I was there, but her brother was not.
Sorry, I
And
got distracted. I'm pretty sure that's the guy that we saw walking.
Oh, good to know you made it here. All right.
I see.
But
Sorry, Dusty. We on our way into Blackwater ran into a man who apparently works in transit but was drunk and was walking to Strawberry from
Oh, that's
Blackwater.
unfortunate.
he didn't want to take a wagon, didn't want to take a horse. He just didn't want to be in Blackwater.
What a
But
strange man.
he seemed like he was trying to drown some demons.
Mm.
But I was gonna say, a bit odd to have your safecracker get almost nothing for a job. If anything, that's the one you want to pay the most.
Oh, that's what I was gonna get at. I come to find out later that they weren't planning on giving me any of the loot besides the little bit of money that they gave as part of the cut.
If they
Despite
wanted you,
me having all the loot, managed to open all the safes for them, and had to get patched up from being shot at because they decided to open fire on the deputies.
that is, I am not shocked you felt the need to leave the crossing for a while, because that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've heard of, some bad jobs here and there, but that seems spectacularly bad. So now that you've had a taste of crime, are you on the straight and narrow?
You know what? I'm never going to be on the straight and narrow. I have this thing, like I said, I like shinies. I just have this urge sometimes. I try to hold it back, but, sometimes
mean,
it just,
This
yeah.
urge, are you able to control it for the most part? I mean, you're not gonna just spontaneously wipe out a general store in the middle of nowhere.
Me do that? No.
Listen, I don't judge the desire to collect pretty things, but it's good to know if someone has the ability to control themselves.
I wasn't very good at it growing up, but, being older, I'm starting to, you know, find ways to hold myself back, but there's sometimes if I'm not distracted away from staring at something, I end up swiping it and not realizing that I did until later.
Are you does your theming tend to stick to mostly
Mostly
hitting
what?
stores, or you sometimes pickpocket, or
My focus is, like I said, shiny things, gold, jewels. So whatever has that, I'm usually focused on.
okay?
Now, the thing is, that's not, that's just something I'm having to deal with. I am more focused on brewing.
Really, no.
Mm-hmm. That's what I grew up doing.
Now, are we talking about brewing coffee? We're talking about brewing. You gotta be specific here. The term brew can mean a lot of things.
Oh, I'm sure. But anything alcoholic, I know how to make. I grew up in a tavern back in Toronto, and I learned through, I suppose you can call him a father figure, I guess, um, how to brew a bunch of alcohol, including shine, because stick a middle finger to the people that decided to make that illegal.
Yeah, made it illegal and then introduced a bunch of dangerous uh, drinks into public because of it.
Yep. Which I I'm an advocate of people not doing something like that. I understand making a quick buck, but making bathtub moonshine that can cause some really dangerous side effects like turning someone blind because you're not doing it properly, I frown upon. There's a science, there's an art to brewing, and I hate the fact that people are just going around and slapping something together just to make a quick buck.
Make people blind, make them go mad, rambling messes. It's not a pretty sight.
No, it is not.
Is that something you want to do professionally?
I'm thinking about it. I was having a conversation about this earlier, actually. I know
Well,
there's speakeasies around here, or, finding a location that could be a speakeasy that people can come to network in a neutral location, not Thieves Landing or Van Horn, because people around there are very territorial. There's no such thing as neutrality there. But a pop-up place for people to come, enjoy some food, drinks, network, that sort of thing. More neutral, keep your shit outside the door.
but neutrality without enforcement is hard to keep.
That is true. There's a lot of planning if I do go this route of finding people to enforce and that sort of thing. I definitely need to make some money because I'm going to need a wagon for storage and everything else and start up my brewing business.
Well, this brewing business of yours, would you also be up for doing like deliveries and such? To specific locations, or are you more of just a brewer?
I'm more of just a brewer. If someone wants to make deliveries with my stuff, then, I can think about offloading some of it. Make large batches, keep some for myself for selling, and have other people have the rest.
Right, right. Yeah. Look, I've been talking all this time. Do you have any questions for her?
Hmm.
No,
You'll learn he's
no,
a
I
man
don't.
of very few words.
Oh, I've already learned that.
Well, in that case, would you be interested in our telegrams? We might
Absolutely.
have some opportunities for you.
Have some opportunities for me.
Yeah.
I'm sure, why not?
You let me know when you're ready to commit them to memory.
All right. How do you spell your name, Alistair?
Alist. V-A-I-R.
Oh, I was correct. All right.
And then it's Vanner. V-A-N-N-E-R.
All right.
And my Telegram is AY545.
A Y 545.
Yep.
All right. What about you, Luke?
LR139.
LR139. Am I going to get a last name out of you?
Luke.
Oh, okay. So I'm not going to get a last name.
Oh, no, don't you know he's got one of those special names where his first and his last name's the same?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we might have some opportunities for work for you, and feel like it'd probably be beneficial for all three of us that we keep in touch.
I'll have to send telegrams with my contacts.
Would be good because I'll admit I don't have the greatest memory. That's why he writes everything down.
I see. No, then I will be. I'll do that for you. This is a pretty town. So this is Strawberry?
It is. We figure it's a nice place to call home for now, you know? Not
Yeah.
as congested as Saint Denis, not as dusty as Blackwater, not full of smud like Valentine.
With my name, maybe Blackwater would be more fitting for me.
There you go. But
Dusty and Dusty Blackwater.
there you go. I don't know. We thought about it for a moment, but while yes, it's more convenient with a bank, wagon depot, it's I don't know, a little too busy.
I see. So you like it a little bit more quiet, like this town.
Yeah, people come here, they're here for a reason. They're not just here to meander necessarily.
I see. Makes sense. I'm thinking of maybe moving to a different location. I was in Rhodes because of the Irish, but all that red dirt, and,
It's everywhere.
bad memories with the whole Irish thing, so.
I don't blame you. To be honest, hearing your story, I would be turned off from anything Irish for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I've changed out my whole wanting to drink Irish whiskey for something else.
It's bad when you can't even look at a drink the same.
The sad thing is, Patty, the horse that I'm riding, is one of the Irishes, so I get to ride around on a horse that reminds me of the Irish.
It's a shame. But I mean, surely it's a good horse though.
Yeah, he's good. Or he almost threw me off a cliff on my way to Blackwater, so.
Honestly, I think that's just a horse thing at this point. I mean, I'm waiting for mine. I don't even know. I just handed the stable hand, hey, here's some money, give me a horse. I don't care about name, I don't care about anything, just I need a horse. I'm not walking my happy little ass all the way from Valentine Day here.
Why not? You can be like the transit and just walk around.
I enjoy not being mauled by wolves. Believe it or not, I don't feel like that should be a hobby I pick up.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's a drawback about moving out here. You have to deal with wolves as soon as you leave town.
That's a drawback, but at the same point, think about it as extra protection because everyone else has to deal with them too.
True.
Yeah, gotta think beyond yourself. Think about what other people are also having to deal with.
That is true. I'm not much of a horse person myself, so I can just deal with Patty.
Honestly, I'm not. I don't care as long as they get me from one point to another.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, you got any questions for us? And told us quite a bit about yourself.
I'm an open book.
Yes, you seem very open. As open as the book that you're writing in. What
Sure.
are what are your plans going to be? You said that you might have some plans for me. What exactly are you looking to do here?
Oh, possibly opening up a business. Delivery, transport, that kind of business.
I see.
Possibly expand it to other sorts of companies. Might try to invest some money back into the crossing. Some good things. We kind of have kind of a wide reach here in the crossing. A little
That
bit of
makes
this, a little bit
sense.
of that, as
Of
I was
course.
told.
The universal little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Exactly, but in a business sense. We don't want to have all our stock in one thing.
That makes
Too,
sense.
it's like having a house on one stilt. It just doesn't work. You're gonna topple over.
I get you. Well, I wasn't gonna say anything in front of that Lily person who's cooking, but I know my fair share about cooking. Matter of fact, I got really into it at the tavern back in Toronto. I, have an arts with booze. I also have an arts with infusing that alcohol in food.
Oh, really?
I like my alcohol. What can I say?
I mean, I, I'm not one to turn my nose up to my drink, if we're being honest. I do kind of have to control myself a bit, because, well, one's not really the greatest babysitter when it comes to watching people who are drinking.
I don't
Yeah.
drink, but I also don't babysit.
Exactly. He'll just let you go. You'll end up at the bottom of a waterfall at some point, probably.
I'd like to call myself a professional alcoholic.
I mean, I kind of think you have to. You're gonna be brewing alcohol.
Yeah,
Gotta know your product.
exactly. You have to know your products, but you also have to be at least sound enough mind to know what you're doing so you don't get a bad batch.
That is very true. But yeah, I kind of want to make sure we have our hands in everything here in the crossing.
That makes sense.
Well, also not being obvious about it.
Yeah, of course.
Too many people like to throw out names of groups and families and everything, and I don't see a point in it.
I understand. You can't be like me who just blurts out that you've robbed a bank before.
Hey, I mean, sometimes you gotta have to take the gamble and say something bold.
Yeah, that's true. And I do that a lot.
I mean, did I not also equally point out that we're looking for someone who can brew and who can, technically work with something that's illegal?
Oh yeah, I picked up on that. Hmm.
Just different ways.
Now, if you're looking for someone to brew, you're gonna have to deal with someone a little particular and a little bit slow because I like doing it the right way. I don't need my name tied to something that's gonna blind someone.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be known as someone that's supplying brew that's making people blind. It doesn't
Mhm.
exactly benefit us any.
No,
We're
it would
not
not.
here for a quick buck. If we were, then I mean, let's be honest, we'd probably still be shoveling shit at this point.
I might have to devolve to that if I need, I'm gonna have to get a wagon and everything else if I'm gonna start this.
Yeah, we're also looking into getting one of those at some point. We did just arrive to the crossing, so it might be some time before we can really build up. But if you're the patient type and you're not expecting us to, you know, be able to help you immediately right off the bat, then I feel like you know all of us could grow from this.
I think I've said before, I'm an independent person, so I don't usually rely on people too heavily.
Yeah, as long as you know when to rely on people, that's a skill some people are ignorant to.
It's something I'll have to learn. I've not really had the best track record so far.
You don't want to be
That
like the
I
transit guy walking from Blackwater to Strawberry because he didn't want to ask for a ride.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm not going to do something like that.
honestly, as long as you're capable of understanding when you might be in over your head or you just use help, that is better than quite a few people here in the crossing, most likely, or really just in life in general. Too many proud people who don't realize how you build up. Yeah, it's dangerous, but what is life without a little danger?
Exactly. Life gets boring without a little bit of risk.
Exactly. I know I've already asked this once, but I'll ask it again for the sake of my sanity. Luke, you have anything else to add?
Nope.
Of course not.
Shocking. As reliable as the rainstorms in this hell.
Where'd you both come from if you just arrived here?
East.
It's all going to get out of you is east, huh?
Yeah, for the best.
All
It
right.
was great meeting you, Dusty. However, I need to go to bed.
All right.
Have a good night, the two of you.
Good night.
And good night.
Well, I said where I was from, Toronto,
Yeah, it's up in
until,
Canada, right?
yeah, that's up in Canada, until, some things happened and I had to leave.
Understandable. We've had our experiences with having to, pick up and leave after certain things, but that's neither here nor there.
Right. Wandered my way around out of Canada into the States and managed to end up here.
I mean, you could end up in worse places, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I figured usually if a place doesn't work out, I usually just up and leave, but I figured I'd give this place a second chance after the whole Irish fiasco.
I don't blame you. I will be upfront that I'm not sure if I'll be the type hitting banks per se, but not against the possibility, or more still figuring out what we want to do here and getting our feet under us.
Well, I understand. I'm not really looking to hit another bank unless, it's planned correctly.
I just say it's actually planned. Yeah, you'll learn working from us that I mean, you've seen Luke writing in that book. He prefers his plans. He prefers paperwork. Uh, if you do happen to want to deliver some of your moonshine. I mean, we'd be helping you make the mash, of course. But it'll tell you kind of what kind of paperwork he likes to write down. Nothing that would incriminate you, because the common eye
Mm,
it would just look like delivery forms, just to help keep track of things. It would
makes
look like you're
sense.
just delivering I think I heard someone use this term before, sweet feed to horses, you know?
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah. So it would be, covered. And plus he keeps that book to his chest. I am 100% sure he would die before letting anyone touch his records.
He seems like the type, yeah. Mm. I'm glad he likes paperwork because my eyes go cross even thinking about it.
I don't mind it. I know enough to cover the few times he's been unable to do the writing, but he definitely prefers to keep his nose to a book while I am obviously the one who does the majority of the talking.
I'm the same way with my recipes when it comes to alcohol. There's a science to it. I know how to do that science, but as far as explaining it to you and someone trying to explain it to me, my eyes go cross and I want to walk away from the conversation.
That is understandable. Also, we have a group that just wrote in.
Oh, was it that group that I wrote in with?
No, there's like 4 or 5 of them.
Hmm.
We might want to head off to bed here soon.
Yeah, probably. Though, can't say that I have a room anymore. The landlord took that away in Rhodes.
Don't you have a key?
Hmm?
They don't even have a key.
I'm sure they do, but do I want to spend the money on a place that I don't want to be? Surely they have an inn here, though, right?
Oh yeah, they do. It's that white building right over there. That right next to the telegram.
Oh, okay.
They also have a hotel that's kind of just down the way too. If you want to just crash on a bed,
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
I'll walk you down that way. Or you're on my horse still. Yeah, I won't lie. I'm a bit tired myself.
It is pretty late. Honestly, I was not expecting to talk to so many people when I got off the train because it was a late train.
What were you doing, horse? Oh, okay, that's fine. You just didn't want to turn, but I mean, a good sign though.
Yeah,
Sign there's growth still here in the crossing.
the person I ran into in Rhodes thought I was someone else, apparently his friend, who I don't remember her name now, but it rhymes with my name. Apparently dresses very similar to me, but she's no longer in the crossing. I said, that's funny, because I just came back to the crossing.
That is odd. Yeah, this is the hotel here.
Okay.
I am gonna pick a room to crash in.
Alright.
Oh, it was nice to meet you, Dusty. If you ever have questions or help just about, you know, feel free to send us a telegram.
Yeah, we'll do. Oh, speaking of telegrams, before I forget, I'm gonna send you both telegrams with my information.
All right, thank you. Let's talk to you later.
Alright. Good night.
Night.
Was not expecting so much roleplay today. Literally was just coming back on Dusty. And getting binoculared. Someone tipped the wagon completely over. Um, He doesn't believe that's his last name. I don't know if it's actually his last name. I think he's just being secretive, but yeah. Alright. I'm gonna head out. I might switch over to Echo to see if she has the telegram. She's doubtful that she does. Actually, you know what? No. I'll just switch over to Echo tomorrow.
Why, hello, miss.
Okay. And that's it for Dusty.